Yeah.
We back, baby. We back.
I'm coming at you from the comfort of my mother's house.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, bro. Because I started this babysitting gig that I told you about,
Yeah.
and it's in Malibu,
Close by your parents.
close by my parents. And bro, it is so nice so far.
Yeah. Way better
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah, they have a good setup and like it's literally just picking the kids up from camp, chilling with them afterwards. And like, they swim and watch The Simpsons and
Dude,
like
what a great gig.
can't beat it.
You can just be a kid for like 4 hours.
Exactly. Exactly. And it reminds me of like living with my aunt and uncle in New York a while ago, and they had like like a 7 or 8 year old and same type of thing. Like
Mhm.
just, have patience for when they start like grabbing your hair and stuff.
They're grabbing your hair.
Yeah, like ripping my hat off. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, but just put up with that shit and it's
Mm,
sailing, bro.
easy sailing, but I literally have to like pinch myself in the middle of it, being like, I could be running around a kitchen right now. Like,
Yeah, dude.
oh,
Bro, when you have that context of like how shitty jobs can be, you're a lot more appreciative of your current circumstance.
you are. I mean, and it's only my first week, third day in, but like I've thought about that like every day.
Yeah.
So
I've had some shitty gigs out here in Hollywood as like PA and like whatever. And my current setup is the same thing, man. I mean, you can always think like the grass could be greener or whatever, but like when you have those experiences and you can just compare them, you're like actually being real, it's like this is incredible, you know.
yeah, it means something different to you than it once did. Like you get humbled. You get humbled in a good
Yeah.
way as you become an adult.
We shot another short, bro.
It was lovely. I had a lovely
Great
time,
time. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
Footage turned out great. I'm really stoked about it. I was excited we got you in a role that's like off of your typical whatever, you
even
know.
though I try to ham it up again,
You tried to, but then I toned you back, bro. I
hold me
just
back,
reeled
and
you
I
back in.
took the direction. I took the direction,
Look it, bro.
took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Um, I know. I'm so appreciative of that you thought about that. Like getting me in a suit and sort of like a dark A24 vibe, frankly,
Oh
a little
yeah,
like
bro.
sci-fi
I
yet
love to hear. Yeah.
domestic, sort of themes of family and everything. And it, I don't know how the shots came out, but it felt very like,
Bro, shots came out fire. I'm really, really stoked about it. And I have a few things to say about it. First off, just to give context to the audience,
yeah,
the short is called Red Dress. It's about Duke and this other guy who like they're kind of like the typical like businessmen,
Mad
feel
Men.
like they're yeah, exactly like Mad Men kind of stuff. Yeah. And he has a wife. This is Duke's house. And the wife comes out, is super subservient, whatever. It's like the toxic masculinity of her like providing the meal and pouring coffee for him. And when she
Like a
fucks up,
driver. Yeah.
yeah, when she screws up with the coffee and a little bit spills on the table, he holds her gaze for like a few seconds and she's really freaking out because she knows what could happen. She knows what the consequence could be. And he just clinks his glass 2 times. And this horrifying creature, by the way, dude, were you able to see when those shots of the creature as he was coming?
Yeah,
Because
those were like it brought it to another dimension when he actually
100%.
figured that out. Yeah,
100%. So the concept goes in this back room of this house, this
we
creature
have like
comes.
a basement dwelling,
Exactly.
like just demonic figure
Living.
that, yeah, whenever I want to, my character, he can summon him to like
Right.
abuse his wife. It's really, I mean, horrifying. You do
Yeah.
horrifying
So
stuff.
100%, bro. The creature drags this girl back. She was wearing a teal dress to start. And then an exact replica of that same girl comes out in a red dress with then red eyeshadow and makeup and everything. And she comes out and she like takes away the food, whatever. And so like that's the concept right there. He
That's
has
the
all he has to do.
concept. That's the play. That's the play by play.
That's it, bro. Yeah, straight up. They're gonna have to watch it now.
No,
Yeah.
no, stay away from it, Frank. It won't do it that good. But it no, those are the broad strokes. It's like it's a moment in time, and it's a true short film. Like what? That'll be 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yeah, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's this little, you see like this domestic battery type thing, but to a really gawkish sci-fi degree. And then yeah, the aftermath of that, you see kind of for whatever reason, you kind of leave it up to the audience interpretation. Why does this woman, just kind of a replica of her, comes out
Yeah.
immediately after? And
Another thing I want to say about that short is I was speaking to a producer like maybe a couple weeks ago. We got lunch and he was talking about how, because I asked him the question of like, if you're working with the limited budget, what are the things you should look out for in order to make it look expensive? Like, how do you put the money on the screen? And he said it all comes down to location and production design. And going through that short, we were able to capture from both sides, which I'm really happy about, especially because the way that you were positioned, we needed to get those close side profile shots of you that are basically like the POV of the girl as you're interacting.
I appreciate you got a lot of that. It looked like you got coverage from like every.
You got everything, bro. Yeah. Because I'm editing this shit, so I just wanted to give myself all the options I could. But cool. Dude, there is a shot in there that as I was doing it, I realized it was unnecessary. And that's just about like my growth as a filmmaker, because when you're thinking about putting money on the screen, the direction where we shot towards the hallway, where we saw all of in this location, it's like they had all the furniture, they had everything already furnished. And that look, as opposed to the look that was like a barren white wall with maybe like one picture frame, was so much more attractive. And just
so the second shot where you show the hallway as well, was better than the original one.
Way better, bro. Way better.
Isn't that funny? And yet, like when you're starting off, you did the first shot like looking at the wall, and for the actors too, for everyone, we're coming out of the gates blazing with like our first shots, like, oh my gosh. And then it's just so funny in how it ends up coming together. Those aren't even the shots that you'll probably use.
Yeah, exactly.
Master and everything. You'll probably use the ones that we got towards the end. At the end, you definitely have the mindset, everyone does, that like, oh, we already got it. Like, we're probably not going to use these.
Yeah, bro. But dude, and also, I don't know if you felt it. Like, I always try to keep a very like chill, calm feeling on set. But towards the end, we had to squeeze out those last shots from the other direction. And we probably had a quarter of the time to get all those, because like time was starting to get really tight, and we really and that's usually how shorts work, right? Is like, or any kind of shoot.
Any shoot.
In the beginning, you're just kind of chill. You're like, oh yeah, we got time, whatever. But dude, when we flipped over to the other side, we only had 2 hours left. And when I saw that frame, I was like, fuck, now I know. I didn't want we're going to use the close-ups, like I said, because they're good POVs and we needed them. But as far as like the wides and the mediums, like against the white wall, they're not going to be used just because it doesn't look as good.
No, and I love hearing that from you, because like I feel like I can use that information too. At the end of the day, sometimes it's better like to use the more rich shot, even as a master and everything. Like generally, especially with shorts and stuff, low budget, we're so used to kids our age shooting stuff, or like younger, shooting stuff where it's just like a blank apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
We lived in and stuff, and like that just doesn't read well.
That's it, dude. And that is exactly what this producer said to me. He said, there's nothing worse than watching a short or a feature or whatever, where it's like, it looks like if you shoot a feature that you're putting like $10,000 into, whatever, like the absolute minimum, I've done it, and it's like, it's pretty rough, dude. Everyone's calling in favors, like no one's getting paid. And in those situations, bro, you can't make it look like a $10,000 feature. And he recommended to me, like, look, fly up in your priorities, like location and production design. Get someone who's really passionate, who wants to be in production design. You can find a lot of stuff for cheap, but you want to leverage that person. And he said, like, don't go on ShareGrid or these sites that like people know how much they can charge for features. Mm-hmm. When you're in LA, like locations are hard to come by, good locations. But I mean, dude, never go like empty handed and ask like a diner to shoot there for free, because the answer is always going to be no. but you could get a diner. And he told me this, like for $200 for a night. Like if you just like approach them and you're like, yo, like, could I be here in like the off hours? You know, we'll be chill. We have a
Right.
crew. I'll give you $200. A
Yeah.
lot of times they're going to be chill about it.
It might. I mean, I'm curious to see where that takes you in the future and stuff, because I'm curious about that as well. But at the end of the day, yeah, the set, the location is a character as well. You can't have something that looks like it's a shoot. It can't look unintentional and bland. So,
Dude, both of our backgrounds right now
what?
wouldn't work.
Right.
See what I mean?
Yours definitely one. I think of that about the podcast every week. I want to see like trophies behind you
Yeah.
or something.
Some production design,
Come
really
on,
fill the
man.
frame.
Yes,
Yeah, I
fill
feel you,
the
bro.
frame.
And dude, this
Yeah.
is also something that I came up against for the feature that fell through that we were gonna, you know, it just unfortunately didn't work out.
Yeah.
The first location we were doing, I had some conversations with the DP where he was really concerned about the fact that it was a very sterile looking home. It was incredible that we were going to get this location for free. However, if it was an ideal scenario and you could pick anywhere, we wouldn't pick that location because it was a lot of just barren white walls that would scream, this is a like, you know, $20,000 feature. And that's not what you want.
Yet for like my dad's movie and then the pilot that we shot, everything that we used just like off the cuff, we kind of lucked into it being interesting. Even when we shot at the park and we had to do like, hey, he was teaching the other guy tennis. The wall on it was so beautifully painted at the time randomly.
Yeah, dude, there's that shot where he's in the bathroom of that like rich guy's house or whatever.
In the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Is that what you're talking about or something else?
No, sorry, I was talking about the pilot.
Oh, the pilot. Yeah.
But still, yeah.
But yeah, dude, like that one shot in the feature, and I don't know how much it was made for, but like the gigantic murals, like all that stuff was so interesting.
Oh. Are you talking about he goes over to the one person's house and it's all white and he's like doing yoga, the director? That was kind of weird.
It's something like, it might be a director, but it was something like there were like two girls in the house, like in a bathroom or something with the guy.
Yeah.
And I just remember there being like really interesting artwork. I could be
off. Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. It was like, it was a room that he was doing yoga in, and it was all white walls actually. And there was like white statues, like weird things. And the girl was helping him do yoga, and it was supposed to be like kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but yes, it was a bizarre looking room. They had a crafty production location person.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
They did it for cheap, very cheap, and it looked glossy. It looked amazing.
Totally. Because dude, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what camera you have now. Like if we have a red as opposed to like a Blackmagic,
yeah,
it's like the visual of it, if you know how to use the cameras, isn't going to be that significantly different. So like, how do you put the money on the screen? And that was a huge wake-up call to me, because that's one of the last things I think about. I'm like, you know, like setting, like set design, that's something that I haven't really come up against. But now more and more I'm seeing like, yo, that has to be number one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes going forward. The good thing about your trials is that you do so many short films that you're able to like try all this advice out all the time.
Totally, man. The short that I'm releasing in a couple days, it's called The Waiting Room. And
Heard you talking about that,
yeah, dude, we got this location that's like very I mean, it's way more aesthetic than what we usually use. So we'll see what happens, if that helps.
First of all, I was impressed to hear that you just mentioned the other day that our two shorts that we did, Blair Witch Project style, have low-key blown up.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like you would have been making a bigger deal out of that. You were making it sound like, oh, you know, we tried and it was what it was.
For real. I like how that's how you took it. It's because, dude, like they just kind of, the numbers like slowly creep up. It's not like all of a sudden it's like, yo, I mean, there are some shorts that are like that, but for the most part, it's like, I'll just check back in a couple months and I'm like, damn, kind of hit.
Just amongst itself.
Yeah.
It just happens. Well, that's fascinating for so many reasons. Did you see I posted a Valley Mentality launch, a clothing company?
Valley Mentality launched.
Valley Mentality. Hence the hat, bro. I'm never taking it off now.
Hell yeah, bro. Damn, that's huge, dude.
It's huge.
Finally.
Finally. I was looking back at photos where we've had these clothing made for like, a while now, and just sitting in my room. And took a long time to get every step of the way. And the fact that, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. We literally launched. It all came down to the website having to be ready and our product photos for the
Yeah.
sale to be ready. And dude, I hired this guy on Fiverr again that was able to help us with our website. I literally pointed him to a couple other demo websites that for examples, and it was the boy Raj from Pakistan. And he did it, bro. Yeah, look it up, ballymentality.org or .org, couldn't get .com, but people like
Love
that.
it.
And
Bro, this is a good look, man.
thank you. Dude, scope it on the Insta too. I like, we're so proud of it. If nothing else, here, I'll tell you once here.
Yeah, dude, I'm just engrossing myself in all this. Continue.
I love it. I love it. Like,
That's a good shot of you and this model girl on
thank
Insta.
are you're on Insta? Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scope it out, please. That was it. And obviously, like, I have two partners with it. Tanner and Harrison. Harrison has helped me out financially with it since the get-go, and he's my buddy from SMU. Tanner is also an actor, and he's very like into fashion, and he's in the Hollywood scene and stuff. And he loved this. So as soon as we launched, he publicized it and told all his friends, like, hey, uh repost it and we'll gift you type thing to his
Uh-huh.
like celebrity friends. And it blew up on Instagram yesterday.
Whew.
It like there was just models on models on models and stuff, because his girlfriend's a model. And they were all reposting it, a lot of actors and stuff. And so it did what we wanted it to do. And look, now it's not like we have a ton of Instagram followers because of that or anything. I mean, it did blow up on Instagram yesterday, but um obviously there's a lot of work to be done now in terms of uh like sustaining it creatively. We have a lot of ideas for stuff that we're going to do going forward, but the big first steps are done. We made a product that we're proud of, and
Real.
the website didn't crash the first day. We already have $1,000 worth of orders that people have been buying and stuff.
And dude, I really like how you started with like a kind of more limited selection, because you got two hats and the sweatshirt. I think
Yeah,
it's really smart, like, way to start rolling this out.
thank you. Um, I mean, it's more, yeah. Well, like it was intentional, but also like we couldn't afford to do anything else.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're just starting out.
We're just starting out, so we figured, hey, let's master the small things first, and then like we have ideas for our next product that will come out with after a couple drops. But we want to sell out this drop, and then we'll do another one, and then probably on our third one we have an idea for like another item that we're excited about. But uh the fact that like we made something that we're proud of, and the website is like working well, and we got through our first day, and like it's all working. Huge check box, is going
I'm
to be
stoked for you, bro. That's a huge step,
it's a huge step.
because you've been gearing up for this for a long time.
A long time. I'm so pleased with where we're at.
And yeah, I mean, Fiverr, bro, that's shocking because the website looks really, really professional.
Thank you. All that fluff when you pay other people like so much money and everything, they don't even get it done.
Yeah.
Fiverr, dude. It makes it happen. And I'm having to
Guy's
learn
name?
how to start stuff myself. Raj from Pakistan.
Shout out Raj.
Yeah, to the homie Raj. And I'm having to learn how to ship stuff out now. I'm gonna have to do that myself. which
Dude, that's old school. That's how Jeff Bezos started.
I love it. Of course he did. I mean, can't be that tough, right? Shopify, you print out the labels yourself, and then you I have to get the boxes, I guess, and then I'm gonna ship them out myself. And then once you're big enough, then you get like a shipping, like the inventory just gets sent to the shipping center and then they ship it out for you. But
Right.
um yeah, dude, it's so fuego, so fired up. Like, bro, you should have seen it yesterday. It like popping off. People, millions of followers posting it.
Dude, unreal.
Unreal. So had a
You got
little
a clothing
tequila,
company, bro.
had a
That's
little
dope.
tequila last night to celebrate.
Love it.
Got to. What did you say? Sorry.
Bro, like you have a clothing company. That's fucking huge.
It's fucking huge.
And again, it's like, it's really good to have multiple things. Like you're an actor and you're this business owner now too. It's like juggling between both those creative passions is a good thing.
It's funny. I think to myself, like, what has inspired me to keep going with this stuff? Because a lot of stuff had to happen with this clothing company. A lot had to fall in place randomly for it to come out this way, and for, you know, it to be so well received by like very kind of successful Hollywood type people and stuff already. And you know, for me to get products that we're proud of and everything, I'm like, how did this happen? And I think back to like a year ago, why was I even confident in this idea at all? I think I was confident that it would do well because I thought, hey, my TV show would do well, Duke of the Valley. And then the fact that I have a clothing company called Valley Mentality, it would kind of come along with it. Now I feel like my TV show is going to do well because of the clothing company.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of, I'm just trying to stock up enough things where it's like, oh yeah, we liked your first script. Now, what else you got? And I'm trying to have like a bunch of things in the tank, you know, obviously.
What's your plan to scale? What are the next steps?
Pretty much, we just have other campaigns that we're gonna do on social media, and like, you know, we're doing a commercial coming up. that I'm
Yeah.
really excited. I mean, we're so excited about the photos that we did. Like, that's a dude. It is a big Instagram campaign that we just did. But then, and we're gonna roll those out too, like as time goes on. And we're doing this commercial, and then, you know, we have like little pop-up style ideas to kind of get like the community behind us. Like we want,
Right.
we're gonna do these like parties, like little valley kind of meet and greets at a dive bar in Van Nuys that my dad picked out, and it's got an indoor outdoor. You got to come, obviously.
Dude, of course. There.
And it's going to be a congregation between like kind of old burnt out valley celebrities and new school, kind of like, you know, we might have like musicians, like some people performing stuff, but it's going to be kind of a hurrah, a powwow of the valley. And, you know, we'll get it
In the
sponsored.
valley.
Yeah, we're just going to do a lot of like kind of grassroots like embraces of the valley. You know, our goal is to get it on like, you know, a lot of the schools there, you know, in the valley, get kids wearing it and stuff. But a lot of it's going to be in our next round. Kind of, it's good that we're making money now, but we're going to gift it to a lot of like celebrities and stuff, get people wearing
That's
it.
worth it, bro.
It
Completely.
is. It is. Well, we're lucky enough that we have a couple connections to celebrities, so that's not always the case for me, at least. And then and other than that, dude,
I feel like as far as like scaling goes, because this is the same strategy for like making films and stuff, is like, bro, having names, people that other people recognize and there's an audience behind, having names is like the best asset that you can have. And it's such a catch 22 also, because like if you don't have access to those people, it's about like, you then have to make enough quality content to get people interested in reaching out, and then it's like, it, you know, starts happening. But it's like, for you to already have that established, that's going to help you so much, dude.
I know it's been a long road to even get to this point. Like you said, like me creating the idea to where someone like, you know, these people would come on to it, and then, you know, making it better and better and better. It's all complicated, but we're very fortunate.
Great. How about Duke of the Valley? Where are you at with that? Didn't
Thanks
you
for
mention
asking.
something about like about to release
Maybe
online?
posting on YouTube,
Yeah.
like trying to figure out what that would look like. If we were to go about that, I think
Do you think you'd post on a channel that you just start that has like 0 subscribers and just see it take off?
what do you think? Is that the only way to do it?
I mean, not necessarily. I feel like unless you want to be a YouTuber, which I'm not really getting, yeah. I feel like just get it on like Caitlyn Jenner's YouTube directly or something.
Totally.
Does she have a YouTube?
She very well might. Just be like, hey, everyone, look at this little thing I just did. Pour up the Chardonnay. Give it a
Have you done
watch.
that for her?
Probably.
Dude, have you ever done like an impression of someone else to their face?
Of course, dude. People hate it.
Yeah, I'm sure. They're like, that's not me. That's not me at all.
Yeah,
Everyone around him is like, that's exactly you, bro.
it's like a shallow attempt trying to capture me.
Yeah.
People get mad at that. Like apparently someone did Gary Shandling and he's like, or Dana Carvey did, I think, and Shandling was like, I see what you're going for, and that's so like unintelligent of you. Like that's not even the deeper me. A good impression captures like the deeper essence is like the idea. So lame.
I mean, it's the same shit as like telling someone that they look like a celebrity. That never goes well. People are always insulted.
We're always insulted. You're so right. I'm always complimented
Yeah.
naturally because I also take it with 10 grains of salt. I can care less what people say.
Right.
Because I'm a boss. Just kidding. How about you, man? What's next for so this window is about to come out.
Yeah, I've got this short coming out. Dude, I've had to put a lot of my energy into 2 things. One, I need to finish writing the feature of Fisherman within, oh man, now I have like a week and 4 days. Reason behind that is because there is, and I really can't like talk a lot about this, and who even knows like if this is going to shape up into anything, but like there is a potential investment opportunity where I have to finish up the script. So I'm continuing to do the weekly short thing, but I also have that. And then the other thing taking up all my attention is I think I told you this, but during the month of October, I'm releasing a short every day. And it actually is more sustainable than it sounds, because the concept behind it is I'm going to kidnap a child every day. And so all it's going to take is me and a camcorder for like 2 hours, just going to some like kid actor's home and like pretending to kidnap them.
So it's like a general concept that takes place over every day. That's really cool.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
We wanted to do something cool for October, and it's like insanely ambitious, but I think it is possible. It's like mid-July. It's going to be really, really tight, but we're going to try to make it happen.
I love it. Love it.
How about you? What's next?
Thanks for asking.
You seem tired.
I'm exhausted.
Why is that, bro? The nannying taken over?
I think I'm catching up from yesterday. I woke up at like 5 a.m. to do that Instagram post and then went to sleep late last night. So I'm excited to sleep tonight. Did hot yoga this morning. After working out the last couple days,
Yeah.
It's boring. It's boring, but it's my life.
Naturally.
Dude, I'm so excited to see where this value mentality goes. Now we let it kind of percolate. But it's out, something that we're proud of. I got to learn how to ship things out to people, which I'm going to do like tomorrow or after this.
How many orders you got stacked up to ship them out?
Like 16 or something.
Yeah.
But the inventory is all updated and stuff. So it's not like at least people aren't buying stuff that they're not going to be able to get, which could have been a possibility.
Does that involve like boxing product?
I'm gonna figure that out, but yeah, it does. It's gonna involve me probably going to the post office, getting the boxes, and then printing out the shipping labels, putting them down, and then I'm sure my mom will know the answer to this, but then I either take it to the post office or I just drop it in the mailbox. I don't know. Well, like one person already ordered like 7 things.
Do you know this person?
Yeah, it's my friend. It's Tanner's like uncle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be like, I can't put that in the mailbox. There's gonna be a protocol. I need to talk to someone who's done it, dude. So tough to do all these things.
Jeff Bezos, hit him
Just
up.
get him on the line. He lives down the street in Malibu.
No shit.
We just built a
Is
house.
that his house where he's got like the weird basement underneath that has like all this weird shit? Have you heard of that?
I haven't heard of that. It's not that one. It's brand new, but what is that?
He like doesn't know what to do with all of his money because like what do you buy, right? So he like got this like underground basement thing with like all these really weird artifacts and shit, just like very strange in his basement.
Mummies. Strictly mummies.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why wouldn't you? All right, bruv.
Good shit, bro.
Great stuff, man. I apologize. I'm so tired, but
Not at all, dude. Get some sleep. I'm glad that we got this short done too. You're gonna be really stoked about this footage, bro.
I appreciate it. I don't know how it came out, but I know I had that one shot that kind of looked like Clockwork Orange, me grinning.
Was that like a close up or what?
I think it was a close up over the shoulder
Oh,
of your boy, and he's just looking at me and like,
were
we
you
look
staring
at
at the camera?
what's that?
Was it the one where you're staring at the camera?
Yeah, I looked down the barrel of the camera and I just
Dude,
go,
that's gonna be our last shot. It's so fire, bro. I haven't seen it like the footage of it, but being on set and seeing that, bro, my God, it is such a fire shot. Because starting with you and you're staring, and also that's not how I thought I would shoot it too. But as soon as I saw that and both of you guys were looking at each other, it's like he's gonna look, then you're gonna look, and then we just pan down and see the spoon and you just clink your glass. It's like a perfect way to tie up a short.
yeah, it's so atmospheric and so rhythmic. And like I got into that doing that too. It's such a fun kind of counterpoint because like I do these self tapes, and then I got to do, and they feel like kind of like tough. A lot of times I'm not even acting to a person and everything. And
Yeah.
then getting to do this with you, like I didn't have any lines, but the
Right.
whole thing is like tonal and there's a story to it. And it's like an opportunity for me to just like sink into the situation and really lean into it. And it came so easily. And so obviously we're having so much fun. It's so light, but then we had to portray this like really dark thing. And
Yeah, bro.
each moment, I mean, I'm sure you could tell, was like so carved out. Everyone was so good. And like, we were really,
Everyone was keyed in, dude. And also, bro, seeing you in that role, that's what I want to put you more in now. After seeing that, it's like very American Psycho-ish. You've got that element to you that I feel like you haven't explored that much.
I don't reveal it. I don't reveal it in like my standard energy.
Yeah, this is
That
you.
like it's something that like, when the situation calls for it, it comes so easily.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I would have done it if we were doing this movie that fell through. That would have been a great series. There'll be
bro,
more.
that character wasn't that was like good guy character. There wasn't anything malicious about that, dude.
There would have been some good reactions though to like
Yeah. We'll get
Yeah.
something more malicious for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Bro, every human has this arc of emotions and they're not one note, which like I think it was Jim Carrey that said people are just playing a character and they're so one note and they're the least interesting kind of characters because we all just have this like one facade that we
survival. Yeah, we have our survival face for better. Yeah. Shakespeare said, "All the world's a stage. One man in his life plays many parts."
Damn, you pulled that shit out fast.
It's one of my classics. To really sound pretentious.
Yeah, but dude, for real, everyone has like this arc, and that was so much more interesting to me. Like I had a great time filming the other 2 shorts with you, like the found footagey stuff, and they were really fun. However, I had more fun as a director like pulling that side of you out of you, because I also know that you don't usually play that kind of character.
Well,
I thought you did a great job.
this part was better that you just did because it was like really colorful and creepy and intense.
Yeah.
B, it's fun not only for the actor but for the audience and filmmaker or whatever to see an actor that you perceive one way and then flip the switch. That's why, shocker, you bring Christoph Waltz a role where he's not playing a sort of smooth talking villain, and he might be more inclined to do it nowadays.
Yeah.
7 in a row. Like, it's just like
100%.
at it that way, like audience, it's not that complicated of a business in that sense,
Yeah. As an actor, it's probably really like annoying being locked into one thing. And that's what usually happens too. Unless you got all this longevity of a career, it's like people want to see the one thing.
because you do it well. But I think you get, it's just easy, you forget, and then like I don't have a problem doing comedies, and like there's so much to learn for me with that. But then once you get the chance to do something very different, it's like oh, it's like a breath of fresh air for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Our Zoom's about to run out. Any last words?
No, man. You?
Just, I'm stoked about your launch. Get me that friends and family discount, and I'll watch you try to ship my product out to me. I'm looking forward to that, seeing if it arrives on time, seeing how well it's wrapped.
Dude, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's gonna be insane. Your shipment is going to be insane. It's all happening.
Can't wait, bro. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, dude. I'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Have a good one.
You too.